everyone, welcome back to the another video of ENS Academy. So friends, in this particular video we are going to learn about the classical relativity. This particular classical relativity is the stepping stone towards the general theory of relativity, which is postulated by Mr. Albert Einstein during the time span of 1907 to 1915. This general theory of relativity states the relationship between the space-time fabric and the gravity. Well, these two forces and the relationship, it is showed in the general theory of relativity. And in order to understand that, first we need to understand the classical relativity, the relationship between the two moving objects, their perspectives, that we need to understand in this classical relativity. Suppose you are in a car. The car is traveling at a constant speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Your body and the car, they are in the state of motion at a constant speed. An observer which is outside of the car, from his perspective, the car and your body is in a state of motion. But from your perspective, you can sit in a car, you're sitting in a car very easily, and you feel that your body in a state of rest. You are resting in a car. Suppose you are sleeping in a car, so you think that your body is in a state of rest. But the observer, from the observer who is there in the outside of the car, from his perspective, your body is in a state of motion. Like, but from your perspective, your body is in a state of rest. You can do any activity, you can carry out any activity in the car. You can fill the glass of water easily in a car. Like the glass, the water like won't come out unless and until the driver hits the brake pedal. So like, while in a motion at a constant speed, we do not feel that we are in a motion. So this is nothing but the classical relativity. From an observer outside of the car, for him your body is in continuous state of motion. For an observer who is sitting who is there outside of the car, for him his body is in a state of rest. But friends, this is not the actual case. The observer's body is moving at the speed 30 kilometers per second, as the earth is continuously rotating around the sun at the speed of 30 kilometers per second. So the observer, the car, the driver, everyone is in a state of motion. Even now, me also, like, we all are. The earth is continuously revolving around the sun at the speed of 30 kilometers per second. The earth is spinning at the speed of 1000 miles per hour. Basically friends, there is no such body which is in the absolute state of rest or in the absolute state of motion. The things, the objects, they move relative to each other. So that Burj Khalifa, Taj Mahal, the biggest buildings, they are in the state of rest, like from our perspective, because that particular building and we are here on the earth, we both are spinning across the sun at a constant speed. This constant word is very much important over here, this constant speed. And just because of this constancy, like, we do not feel that we are in a motion. So as the sun, all the planets in our solar system, the Milky Way galaxy, they are in the motion, but at a constant speed. So this is nothing but the classical relativity. This is nothing but the classical relativity, and this is the stepping stone towards the general theory of relativity. But friends, over here, like, what matters? The speed of motion. Well, this particular classical theory of relativity breaks down at the speed of light. What happens exactly at the speed of light? When a particular body is nearly approaching to the speed of light, the time will become void for that particular body. The time will become, time gets slowed down. As the speed increases, the time gets slowed down, and that we are going to learn in our second part of this general theory of relativity, that is nothing but the time dilation. So friends, over here we have learned about the classical relativity. The objects, the whole of the universe, they are set in motion, and they are in a constant state of motion, and we do not feel that. The object, the things all around us, they are not in a complete state of rest, or in an absolute state of rest, or in absolute motion. The things, the objects, they move relative to each other. So that is nothing but the classical relativity. Thank you so much. This is Narendra Buktar signing off.